Good evening. I'm Susan Harrison. I live on the far east end, 13 Old Marina Drive. I have two questions. First question, how many commissioners' meetings have you attended this year? We're in October. There have been 10. Dave, I know your answer. But how many commissioners' meetings have you attended this year? Number two question, Dave, you alluded to at each commissioners' meeting there is public comments period, and there are also open forums. To me, those are one-way dialogues, and there's a limit on the time that you can speak. And yesterday morning was a good example of when a party who had a complaint could actually speak longer, and a solution was arrived at during the meeting. So I want to know from the candidates, what would you change about these meetings such that, and I know you will meet with anyone privately, and I'm a person who does meet with people privately, and I have never had any resistance to that from any commissioners. So that is not the issue. But some people are reluctant to come and speak publicly, and can they speak publicly and get their questions answered? That's my question. You don't understand? Steve doesn't understand. What would you do to change it from a one-way dialogue to a two-way dialogue? That's basically the question. And I've answered your question. But this is the way commissioners' meetings and forums have been done for all the years I've attended, and nobody's ever suggested a change.
So I believe I've been to at least 7, if not 8, of the commissioner meetings. I know I was traveling for a little bit, and when I came back, Dean Walters asked me where I had been. He missed me, he said, so that was kind of nice of him. Regarding the open comments section, I do believe the 3-minute rule is an important one to at least have some sort of semblance of order, where if somebody does want to come in and go on a filibuster, that you have the ability to say, you know, I'm sorry, you can't. At the same time, I think that the meeting yesterday was a great example of interaction between the board and a very concerned citizen. And she put together a very lucid argument, and it did run long. She had done so much preparation. And yet they did allow her to continue, which was the right thing to do. And there was interaction in that meeting between board members asking questions and the nice lady asking questions and answering those questions. I have presented to the board before and engaged in conversation with them. So I know of no rule that says that the board members, the commissioners, cannot engage in conversation and elicit what the right thing to do is, which is our goal, to do the right thing for that citizen and for all of the citizens. I also know that I have had people tell me that they're very nervous to get up in front of the Board of Commissioners for one reason or another, whether they're intimidated or some other reason. So I think they have to have another mechanism to be able to give their opinions and talk to people. One of the things that I would propose to do is every week, or probably the Monday before a commissioner meeting, I would have a Zoom call. Everybody can come in and they can talk about what's on the agenda. They would have had time to look at the packet, to have seen the agenda, and talk to a commissioner and find out, any answers. If it was very popular, we could bring in staff to answer some questions ahead of time, so people have something comfortable to exchange information with and get their questions answered and be involved in our government.